Welcome back after the break. He has dressed the likes of Aishwarya Rai, Deepika Padukone, Shilpa Shetty, Katrina Kaif, Neve Campbell, Liz Hurley and many more divas with his exquisitely feminine sense of designs. Grand, magnificent and flamboyant. That's Tarun Tahiliani for you. If you're from Mumbai, you would have seen Tarun's clothes store Ensemble, which he launched way back in 1987. And that pretty much started the retail revolution all over India. Tarun was one of the very first Indian designers to have attained global fame. And I enjoy meeting him every time he's in our city. Tarun, you are really one of the pioneers in the fashion industry in our country. Tell me how fashion has evolved in India.
Oh my God, it's evolved. I can't even seem to draw a straight line from what it was in the beginning, where it was exhibitions. And really what it has is it's come of age, because now there's a kind of professional retail, you know. It's not about designers sitting and just tailoring clothes for people. In fact, that happens very little, and really more at the bridal and couture level, as it should. There's a very extensive retail network, and fashion sees trends, all the Indian trends, and is, you know, the quality of the clothes and the way they're cut and made and presented is much better.
So what inspires Tarun Tahiliani?
Right now, standing in front of me, let me tell you. If I could get some fabric and just drape it on you. Nothing like beautiful women, but our incredible heritage, our textiles, my hand embroiderers, I go to museums, and I just drape a lot of fabric. Like this is a draped gown. It's actually something that Shilpa wore, which is here, and it's draped to have the illusion of a sari, but it's cut in a certain way. We've used a lot of Swarovski. They're very subtle details, if you see. Each of these pieces has been soldered on, dot by dot, with a tong. And, you know, we're lucky we live in India, where you still have labor who are willing and happy to do this, and you can create magic.
Tell us about this latest collection you've gotten to Dubai.
Well, these are pieces from the current fall-winter, and there's still only some pieces, some spring-summer pieces. So it's, you know, it has representative pieces of the entire collection. It's not one of anything. It's a bit of this, a bit of that, because our collection's very big. It's 200-300 different pieces. So here, I mean, there are only about 40-50. We just brought a whole lot of things to see, to test what the price. The price is always going for the saris, always going for the tunics. We're just testing because I really want to make a proper and a concerted presence in Dubai.
So, yeah, Tarun, you've got so many celebrity clientele. You know, tell us about them. How do you feel getting associated with them?
I mean, look, I realize the value, and some of them truly have great bodies and great taste. I mean, Shilpa is great. Katrina Kaif is fantastic with my clothes. Deepika Padukone, and my old favorite Meher Jaisia Rampal, Arjun Rampal's wife. I mean, no one wears the clothes better. I mean, a lot of these people just started as friends, you know, and they became who they are, and it's fine, it's great, but, you know, there are many non-celebrity clients who are equally or more stunning and look fantastic.
I love interviewing people with extraordinary talent or skill, and it's nice to show my viewers a different side to each of these personalities. Jimmy Choo is next on my guest list, and like me, all of you will be surprised at how humble and grounded he is, in spite of achieving insane amount of fame. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Jimmy Choo. Mr. Jimmy Choo, I'm so excited to meet you today. They say if you make anything ordinary, extraordinary, your dreams come true, and you are a true example. Tell us about your journey. I mean, you started very young when you were just 12 years old in Malaysia.
No, when When a youngster, I born in the shoe family. My father's a shoe designer and shoemaker. So in those days, your parents always ask you to, when you finish school, they always ask you to sit down helping them, you see. Because why they were saying, have a good training, have a good skill. Next time when you grow up, if you can travel all over the world, you won't be hungry, you see. I think making shoes are very important as well. It's not just making a pair of shoes. Shoe is art. If you can create something up beautiful, it'll be forever, you see. So that's why when I was young, I got that kind of training from my parents. And then later, I went to London to study. And after study, I started my own business. Then but also got a lot of difficult as well when I went to the UK as well, because you have to work very hard as well.
So how did Jimmy Choo become a brand? I mean, you moved to London and then, of course, as you said, you faced a lot of challenges. And then you met Tamara, and that's how the business side of it really bloomed. Tell us more about it.
What I do, I've been, that time I've already started my couture shoe. And you already see Jimmy Choo. Those days, a lot of press everywhere. Vogue, Harper, Elle Taylor, the newspaper, The Time, Observer, Guardian, TV show. You always see Jimmy Choo over there as well. And one day, I met Tuma when she was working with Vogue magazine those days, you know. And one day she came and said to me, Jimmy, why don't we partnership together? We do ready to wear together. And I want to meet you as a millionaire. He said to me, he promised me, meet me a millionaire. But those days, if you give me 1 million, I'll be very happy. I will give everything to everyone.
So what's your design philosophy? What do you concentrate more on, the look or comfort?
I think I love to be elegant, feminine, and comfort. It's very important.
Any other celebrity clients that you would like to talk about, you're close to?
Well, I think they are, as you know, Jimmy Choo also have a lot of Hollywood stars, you know, like Katie Holmes and Beyonce, you know, all this Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jamie Oliver, a famous chef. When they wedding, I made the shoe for the wife. I think once you sincere what you're doing, you make your name, you make your reputation, people come and associate with you, see.
From humble beginnings, this creative wonder skyrocketed right into the hub of haute couture. And yet, he has remained so amazingly simple in his ways. It was such an inspiration to have met him. And that brings us to another short break. Stay with us for more glamour in the city, only on High Life Dubai. Coming up after the break is the opening of multi-brand store Iconic and the most happening party of the year, Ahlan Hot 100.